Hi, I'm Janet Harton. I'm an environmental horticulturist with University of California Cooperative Extension in Southern California. Arbor Day is the perfect time to remind everybody, please keep your trees watered. We're likely in it for a long term as far as the drought goes. To help you out, I put together a few, they're only 5 or 6 minute PowerPoints. Hopefully I'm going to be able to offer you some practical tips for when there's just not enough water, how to make some critical choices. And between now and then, how can you keep everything healthy and alive and also be conserving water and banking it for the future use? The first one, and I think the priority needs to be here, is that trees come first. So, of all your landscape plants, and I know that a lot of you love your annuals, your lawns, your perennials, but the woody plants, particularly our trees, really have to be at the top of the priorities. Let's talk about why. And before I go there, zero in on where we're at regarding the drought, kind of the scope of it, and the likelihood that this is going to continue on for a while. The second consecutive week, more than half of California is sustaining extreme drought. This is something that, if it continues, then the state's going to impose some rations. And that's likely going to happen, anytime now, next week, next month, but not just across the urban water usage, but also the agriculture, the environmental water users. So there's some tough choices. We need to share water across these three domains. We have to realize that, it's not just the border of California. We supply goods and services to people around the world. So it's an issue that's incredibly important. And sticking to my expertise, we need to really focus on our trees. So, what are some of the benefits of our urban trees, and why are they so important, and why are they so indispensable? Well, I know we've all enjoyed sitting under the shade of a tree. I know I have my favorites from when I was young, and when I go back to my hometown, I still see the same pin oaks and maples that I grew up with. And here we are decades later, and they're alive, and actually they're just coming into their own as far as their benefits. So if you have a favorite park or neighborhood tree, maybe you've also watched it grow up. It's not until the fourth, fifth, or sometimes sixth decade of a tree's life that it really comes into its own as far as the benefits becoming so important that even with climate change, that these trees can maximize their absorption of carbon dioxide and their storage of the carbon. And all the while, they're providing oxygen, which sustains life. So some of these benefits we don't feel under the coolness of a shade tree, and we don't see when we're looking at the beautiful oaks or whatever our favorite tree is. I like rosewoods as well. So it's these benefits that quietly are in the background, but trees are just these magnificent kind of living engines. So the other benefits of trees as they age are their better ability to conserve energy, because as a tree ages, it's just got better stature, it's larger, it has more biomass both above and below ground. So as far as purifying air and water, then you have the shoots and the roots. So again, it's a really powerful living machine. There's so many other benefits, and there's entire classes on this. Just to quickly get in and out of them, as trees age, they reduce glare and reflection. They're great noise barriers. They can capture stormwater, and their habitat value greatly is enhanced too as they age. University of California has a lot of drought-related resources. Here's 4 that you can find in the A&R catalog, real pertinent to what we've been talking about keeping your landscape plants healthy and hopefully alive through the drought. Another go-to place is the California Institute for Water Resources. It's ciwr.ucanr.edu. It's full of blogs and a really nice piece on the Climate Smart Ag program. And I especially like the podcast, just really rich with information and inspiration. A lot of advisors, a lot of specialists in A&R write blogs. These are just examples of mine. And your real go-to place as far as consumer horticulture, whether it's drought or whether it's identifying a pest that's eating your tomatoes, is the University of California Master Gardener program. We have over 6,000 volunteers in nearly every county of the state. You can just Google your county and UC Master Gardeners, and information for sure will pop up. You can also find the Master Gardeners at mg.ucnr.edu/find us. Thank you so much, and stay tuned.